Good morning. I'm not here to tell you that licorice tea is so good. It's so good. So good. But that's not why I'm here. I just went into my iBooks to find a couple of things. And now I fell into the, can you see this? Self-development part. And looks like there's so many great books that I haven't even known were out there. And then you're faced with the dilemma: do I want to spend a whole day or hundreds of hours reading and consuming that, or just using what I already know? That's a good question. I saw this one book. Oh, there's so many great books. So 4,000 weeks. Apparently, a human life in average have about 4,000 weeks. So when I try to explain this to my mom, 4,000 weeks is usually human life. And when she didn't get it, when I said that, I felt impatient, like I don't have time because we only have about 4,000 weeks. But ties very well into the subject of time. And by the way, can you tell that this part of my face is really swollen today? The entire yesterday it was like that, and I didn't notice until the night. I could feel it in the second I woke up, but I didn't see it. And it's just funny that I didn't see that because I was recording a lot. I didn't post a lot, but I recorded a lot. And now I'm thinking that I'll order some cat's claw. So I had this interesting book. It said that on planet Earth we have these anchors of time, and that these anchors of time, they're what holding time on this planet. Without these anchors, they're strategically placed in the jungle and certain key points. And so without them, I don't know what would happen, but what is happening is that they're loosening their grip, and that I think already we're lost one of them. Not lost, but this is supposed to happen. They are dissolving. So if you come close to one of these anchors in the jungle, I think one of them is in Hawaii. I'm pretty sure. Kauai or Maui. Kauai. And if you come close to this, it's so hidden that you won't see it, and you would start feeling dizzy and disoriented and walk away or not remember anything until you're Yes, I should have waited to record this until I had calmed down, but there were too many things on the top of my head. Like the English bicycling team, which is why I went into my phone in iBooks in the first place. And I'm thinking now that it was Dia Chi running book. No, it wasn't that book. I don't know where to find it. The point is, when I said there's plenty of room at the bottom, that explained it so well. So the English bicycling team, apparently in the Tour de France, they were placing very badly for many years. And I think I would have to read it word by word to get this right. But the point is that they were on the bottom of the list. And in order to get to the top of the list, I think 2 years in a row or two times in a row, they won. Okay, so the English team, they were very bad apparently in that book, and they only made small changes at the bottom, like 1% changes. They didn't go out and like made huge leaps and changed everything. They became obsessed with looking at the details that could improve. Like, everyone now have 1% better tires. Everyone now have 1% better sleep, better mattresses. Everyone now has a 1% better diet, a 1% better recovery routine. Everyone now has 1% better discipline or schedule, and all these tiny changes, they added up over time. And that's what I like to think about. There's plenty of room at the bottom. We also tend to believe that in order to make huge positive changes in our lives, that we need to make huge leaps. But what if we could start at the bottom? And I think that the reason why we don't do that is because it wouldn't matter if I did that instead of that now, even if I know that is better. But in reality, what happens is when we do that enough times, it actually does matter. That's the point. But the anchors of time, they're so interesting in that they're supposed to loosen right now, and that's why time is also almost like we have this perception that time is moving faster, don't we? But there was this other book also I wanted to, but I'm not going to search it. But two things about this. So, okay, I was obsessed with the bulletproof diet when I was obsessed with that when I started to notice my health declining. It's not like I wanted that in the first place. It's just that a girl that moved into my apartment, she said, yeah, this diet is amazing. This podcast is amazing. And if you don't read the books, if you don't listen to the podcast, you will not be able to feel amazing. And I was not feeling amazing. So I started reading the books. I bought all the books. And even though now looking back, what I was doing was better for me than what I ended up doing after reading the books, I'm glad I did, because it also brought me a step further into understanding what was going on further down the road. Okay, but so what this book said about, for example, dates, is that dates hold no real nutritional value, and even if they do, they're so easily moldy that they would bring microtoxins and brain fog. I'm shortening it, but it was negative. Dates were negative and they were toxic at a microscopic scale, and we shouldn't eat them, okay? And then if you compare that with what's written about dates in the medical medium book, it's like they're an amazing brain food. The glucose is like perfect, especially if you're dealing with addictions, and one of the best heart foods there is. And the amino acids are incredible for exercise, and if they do anything, they help to expel fungus and toxins from your intestines. And yeah, so there's just two different sides to one fruit, for example. And I don't know if when I see this now, if I'm just sad about it, if I'm relieved about it, or if if I feel like I was tricked. I don't know. I just think it's nice to remind ourselves that it's good to try different things, because it's very effective learning.